I just finished another great book. Replay by Ken Grimwood was quite the sci-fi fantasy adventure. I don't see a lot of folks on here talking about it, so I'm going to talk about it. Let's go. I'm not sure how I even found this book, to be honest with you, but I'm just glad I did. Replay actually came out in 1986, so it's not a new book, but the storytelling and the writing are so fresh, it really doesn't make a difference. This is a time-lapse, time jump, time loop themed speculative fiction masterpiece, in my opinion. It follows a main character, his name is Jeff Winston, who dies tragically of a heart attack at the age of 43 and wakes up suddenly in 1963 in his 18-year-old body, but with all the wisdom, knowledge, and experience of his 43-year-old self. Now, whether this is a blessing or a curse is up for debate, which is why I think this is such a thought-provoking book. But Jeff knows when he's going to die at the age of 43. He knows how he's going to die. Heart attack, and he keeps waking up in 1963 at the age of 18. And every single time he goes through this loop, he has the opportunity to make different life decisions about who he loves, about family, about friendship, about finances, about the corporate ladder, about what things matter to him and what things matter to life in general. It makes you think long and hard about what it means to, quote unquote, get life right. It definitely makes a powerful statement about how valuable time is and how you spend it and who you spend it with. What made this book super captivating for me was the writing. For a book that's about time jumps and different eras, it has to be descriptive and real and authentic and feel relatable, and all of that was there. From 1963 through the 70s, through the 80s, through the 90s, the way the world's changed, the way American culture shifted, the music, the sounds, the lingo, the behaviors, they were all spot on and entertaining. You're going to read some reviews out there that say, oh, this reminds me of Groundhog's Day, or this reminds me of 11/22/63 by Stephen King, or this reminds me of Back to the Future. Well, my friends, that's because this book came out in 1986, before all of those books and movies. And if you go do your research, you'll find out that this book was actually an inspiration and a catalyst for a lot of the time jump classics that came out after it. I ironically just finished reading 11/22/63, and there are some similarities there. But believe it or not, this book, although much shorter, is just as good.